Some people consider 3 a.m. to be the spirit's time to communicate with us. Others think it's the devil's mark. Some even think that when you wake up at this time, someone is watching you. But if someone were to be watching you, how would they even watch you if you were there with no windows or doors in the room that you were in? There are many superstitions for that 3 a.m. could be. I'm going to tell you the real meaning of this worldwide time myth. While you sleep soundly, you dream. While you dream, you are unaware of your surroundings, unaware of what could be lurking in your closet. Under your bed, best to be under your covers, your eyes flutter open and check the time, either your watch, cell phone, alarm clock, or just simply when you have lying around you that has a time displayed on it. But knowing the time doesn't really matter, right? You rub your eyes and blink a few times, adjusting to the darkness around your room. You hear the sounds of floorboards creaking, the sound of pitter-patter along the ground. I'm sure it's just a mouse. You think to yourself, maybe it's just a mouse, or a large rat. A very large rat indeed, to be making such loud footsteps. You dare not to look over your edge of your bed, that you are paralyzed in your fear. You are just scarring yourself. Enough already with the foolishness, you tell yourself. But it is foolishness. Or is there a reason to be scared? There are monsters under your bed, waiting to snatch your feet and pull you under the bed when you get up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom or get a drink of water. You do not believe in monsters. Those were stories that your mother or father told you years ago as a child. The boogeyman, the sandman, and other monster stories you were just as stories as you get to give you a spook, right? Yeah, right. Monsters aren't real. And you think you chuckle at your childish fears, but wait, what's that? The pitter-patter of feet seem to be getting closer. You squeeze your eyes tightly shut as you hear the long, loud screech of your door creaking open ever so slowly. Was that a giggle you just heard? No, of course not. Mice don't giggle, neither do rats. You're just being delusional. You open your eyes slowly and stare at your ceiling. There is movement under your covers, and the covers that you stay under to provide you warmth and comfort. It's moving towards you slowly, in a crooked fashion. It looks as if it was limping beneath the blankets. You are frozen in terror, afraid to move, or else you might give away your location. You feel something tugging at the loose clothes that you wear. Oh Jesus, what is that? You yank away the covers and you throw them to the ground, and you gasp at what you see. The creature is loop-sided, grotesque way that makes your stomach turn in knots. It wears torn fabric that looks like it's been hundreds of years old, and it fits its head right on and gives you a crooked smile. Its dark eyes without pupils stare at you. Unblinkingly, you slowly begin to push yourself up and on a sitting position, backing away from the creature. This doesn't seem to bother it though. It simply limps over closer and closer to you until it has reached your leg. It pulls itself onto you and begins to crawl. Slowly, oh so slowly, it bears that crooked, toothy grin. Its gray skin hangs from its bony body. It smells horrid, a smell that have not come to your face before. But you know this smell, even without having it smelled before, is the smell of it, but it's not like any rot. The stingy scent of rot, flesh, and blood. What are you going to do? You think and you lick your lips, eyes wide open, not moving them from the creature. It's still inching its way up to your body, coming closer and closer to your face with each limping step. You take a deep breath through your nose and release the scream so loud you think you might have popped your own eardrums. The creature suddenly jerks its head towards the door and lets out a murderous cry. It quickly limps to the edge of your bed and jumps, heading to the floor with the thump. It rushes out the door and disappears into the dark of the hallway. You see, 3 o'clock in the morning is when little things come out to play, when the little things decide it's your lucky day, when the little things show themselves, but don't let this deceive you. The first time you see them is most certainly the last. If you are lucky, if you can get away safely. I cannot tell you how to deal with these little things, for they are everywhere, in every home, every hole, nook, and cranny in your household has. How many have you have in your house? Is not a question answer really. All I can say and tell you is that there are many. To steady you and the planned demise, no wonder they reek of death. And that, my little pretties, was the 3 a.m. Myth, a creepypasta written by Renigaed. Renegade? I don't know how you say it. I'm just gonna call it Renegade because that's who the author of the story is. My final thoughts on this story. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me about that. All right. Um, what can I really say? About 3 a.m., I mean, I've been up at 3 a.m. maybe once or twice, but basically this is telling like a myth of, what actually happens to everybody at 3 a.m. Well, supposedly it's supposed to be the darkest hour of the night. I mean, I can understand, why some people, get scared of being up at 3 in the morning, but I mean, if it's paranormal or, sleep paralysis or whatever monsters you see or something, they're probably just fictional, but yet again, who really knows? Because some of us do believe in the paranormal and these things. I personally don't really believe in paranormal unless I see it for myself. Then, yeah, that's when I'll believe it then, but usually I have to wait to see if I see it for myself or hear it for myself, that is. For one, it's a really good classic creepypasta. I mean, Lady DM Creepypasta as Creepsta, I think how you say it, Mr. Creepypasta, and a few other narrators have actually decided to go out of their way and narrate this story. And I mean, well, I will have to say the grammar is pretty good as well as the sentence structuring and all that. I mean, it's a really good story for what this one really is. I mean, I do like how it all went out, as it does have a really good inspiration. It does have a good, concept with it all. I just really found this one to be, just as good as, certain regular pastas. And by the way, I'm just mostly going after, most of them, the pastas I'm reading nowadays are going to be, well, regular curry pastas, because most of the Lost Episode pastas literally sound the same. Although there are other pastas that do somewhat decently and all that, so I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna deny any of that. But I'm gonna be honest when I say the story is absolutely maybe golden. It's actually one of the older pastas that managed to do something good. Well, nevertheless, it's not sitting there, getting cliches or, you know, hyperrealistic blood or gore, not like other creepypastas that I have seen in my life. But to be completely fair, I mean, this story seemed to be a pretty interesting concept for what this is. I mean, this story was honestly really well made in detail, as well as the good grammar, the sentence structuring, storyline, basically everything about it. I mean, I know I'm repeating myself at times, but I honestly think that this story does. It seems a bit short, but I really wish it could have been maybe a bit longer. So then that way it would have, more of an opportunity to have, actually get me hooked on more onto, what's actually going to happen and all that. I mean, that would be quite neat if that were the case. Yet again, I mean, it's an older story, so I am willing to give it that. I get it's an older story, so yeah. Anyways, do I have anything that I don't like about the story that I can, say? Well, honestly, I do maybe have one thing to say, but it's not really a major thing, but it's definitely something. One thing I would have to say, and I'm gonna be honest right now, is that the fact that the story, when it has, about the nightmares or anything like that when you dream and all that. I mean, I would get it that it's some sort of, interesting concept for, the interesting, you know, idea of, what actually happens in the story. I mean, we all do get bad dreams and all that. I mean, I don't know if this protagonist is actually saying that, you're going to hallucinate seeing these stuff or something. I don't know what exactly is going on, but maybe there could be an explanation. I really don't know, to be honest. I just really don't know. Anyways, with that being said, I really do think the one thing that I really wish would have been is maybe if the story was a little longer on the side note. Maybe the story would have been, longer. Like maybe expanded just a little bit so we can get, more of, what actually was going on or something. At least in that way it would be, much easier in to an extent. But anyways, I mean, maybe that's just me, but I don't really know, to be honest. Maybe it's me, but I don't know. I don't really know. But other than that, the story was a good one. I'm definitely giving it that. It's a good story. It does have a good concept. It's definitely worth to check out. And yeah. Anyways, what did you guys think about this? Oh, wait a second. I almost forgot about the rating. This is simply my own personal opinion. If you happen to disagree with me, that's fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions regards to these creepypastas. This is simply my own personal thoughts. A final rating of the story would have to be I'm gonna give this one a 9.5 out of 10. I'm giving it a 9.5 out of 10 because while the story I will say was good, but I do wish that we do have a little bit of a longer story just so it could help us out, at certain parts. That way it can honestly have me get more into the whole idea of, what this story, was trying to say. I mean, some of the parts of it didn't really make sense, but other than that, it wasn't a bad story. I'm just gonna say it that. Anyways, what did you guys think about this creepypasta? Did you all enjoy it? Did you all not? Also, what we have done personally to help make this story a lot better, feel free to leave me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. I'm the Queen of Lions. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. And if you're brand new here to this channel, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe because I make brand new videos every single day. Don't forget to ring the notification bell to when I upload, so that way you guys won't miss an upload. And as always, please roll the outro because I'm out.